The last perk on agility gives you plus 25% on more armor penetration on the bow build, so it's gonna be archer meta in new update 3.0. If you want to see all the attributes that it's gonna be new meta in update 3.0 for archer build, make sure you be with me till the end of the video. Hello everyone, welcome to Conan Exile update 3.0 test server. I finally back. Sorry, I had some internet issues, so in this video I'm gonna explain the archer meta. Everyone gonna use archer build in update 3.0. I'm gonna show the attributes, new OP gear and new OP weapons. So let's jump to it. Before we started, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you put a like on the video. It will help me a lot. Okay, at the start I need to explain the new meta gear that they're gonna add to update 3.0 Conan Exile. The gear's name is Abyssal gear. So this gear have 1120 armor on a light gear set, so it's gonna be pretty OP and strong. So all you need to do to craft this gear is to go on Circle of Power, and you have the recipe of armor here. You need sacrifice blood, some diamond blood, and some like normal stuff. You craft to click, and you're gonna spawn an alien from otherworld. It's gonna come here, you're gonna die, and you're gonna pick up his armor. It's pretty cheap to make it. It's very nice gear. Everyone gonna spam this in the new update because it have very high value of armor. The only problem that this gear have is that a timer on the video. It's the timer of 2 hours, so you can only use this armor for 2 hours, but it's okay. It's pretty strong. The other advantages this armor have is that it gives you 3 buffs in this armor. So in each piece you can see it gives me a strength weapon damage plus 10%, agility weapon damage plus 10%, and follower damage. So for helmet, the first 2 is the same for each armor piece, but the third one is different for each piece. So for the helmet is follower damage 12%, for the chest piece 60 health, for the hand it's carrying capacity plus 30, for the pants plus 60 more health, and for the boots plus 15 stamina. So it's gonna be pretty broken and nice gear set. You just gonna repair it every 2 hours. I don't mind it, so I'm gonna test it and compare it with the Silent Legion. So I'm gonna use the Silent Legion gear now that it was the old meta. So the Silent Legion have very low armor value, that it's not even more than 400 to 500 with the bulkhead, and it only gives you 1 buff, not 3 buff like that OP armor. So the only disadvantage that this gear gonna gives you is that you cannot put any kit on this armor. So later I'm gonna explain about the attributes and also how to crop your attributes, so don't go anywhere, we have so much interesting stuff. Okay, after we talk about the armor, we're gonna now use the hammer and the bow. So for spawning these 2 new weapons from Circle of Power, all you need to do is to put some very basic stuff like shaved wood and stuff. It's the same as armor. It have 2 hours of the expire timing. It's still have the disadvantage that you cannot put master weapon fitting on it. So when you take it, your bow gonna be repaired. This bow, it's not gonna be the meta in the new update for 2 reasons. It's not gonna be good for the new update. 1, it have expire time, and 2, it have 28 damage and 9 armor penetration only, and it gives you no other buffs for now. I don't know if they change it later, and you cannot put any kits on this bow. So I recommend for the new update you only use these 2 bows that I'm gonna recommend. 1 Kari bow that is for Exile land, and 1 this Void Forge bow that is for the Sipta map. Of course you're gonna say, what about Reach of Red Mother? That's of course the best, but it have a very low drop chance. So for the arrows, I'm gonna also explain that the best arrow gonna be a steel obsidian arrow with 20 damage and 20 armor penetration. Nothing changed from the arrows. Okay, now we came to an interesting part. What is the best build in update 3.0 for archer build? So I read all the attributes and I test everything, put a lot of time to realize what is the best build for archer meta in the new update. So we're gonna start from agility now. The archer and accuracy is inside the agility. You don't have accuracy anymore. So let's check the perks. Why I'm going full agility, full vitality, and 20 strength and 20 grit. I'm putting full agility because the perks for accuracy, you have 15% more damage when attacking behind the first perk. You have more damage, but the main reason I'm choosing this is because of the last perk. Look at this perk, how broken it's gonna be. You remember before in the past update that every archer after he shoot, he make a roll. So in this perk, it's gonna explain you after dodging, your next damaging attack has 25% increased penetration. So what it explain it to you, it's gonna make the archer meta in the new update. So with this build, I'm gonna deal 500 damage to each player each hit. We're gonna go 5 full agility for the burst damage. We need at least the first perk of strength because it's a heavy and a special attack deal 10% more damage. That's the for heavy shots of the bow. And I put the second because I had 5 extra point at the end, so I put the second perk on the strength. And vitality, of course, vitality is again insane. You're gonna go full vitality to extra healing. Look at these perks. The second perk gives you 50% increased healing. The third person maximal like gives you 100 more health, and the last perk when you are below 50% health, all the negative effects gonna be and gain 95% damage for a short time. So when you are below 50% health, you're gonna deal crazy amount of damage with that bow. Another thing about this build that you go full vitality, it gives you 820 health with 165 stamina. So this gear and these attributes make you a raid boss in the fights. So we're gonna now talk about the 20 grit. Why we put 20 grit? Because first perks, it's increased armor and stamina, that is very important. And the second perk is stamina regeneration 25% faster. That's the main reason and the most important perk that you're gonna need for archer build. So all together you put this, it's gonna be the best for your archer meta in the new season, that everyone gonna spam it for sure. But we're not gonna use this authority or this the last one for farming. This one is only for farming, and this one is only for guiding your thralls and make your thralls deal more damage and stuff. So in the next videos I also gonna make the best build for fighter and melee fights, and I'm gonna also explain all those new spells and stuff, so make sure you don't miss them also. The last thing I need to explain on this video, that the buffs are changing. There is not gonna be any more Warpaint in the game. Warpaint's gonna be decorative in the game, and you can only use now one of these buffs in the game. So for example, I'm gonna use agility buff because it gives me agility weapon damage plus 15%. So when I use this buff, my bow that is count as an agility weapon, it's right down here, you can see it, deal 15% more damage. But as you can see on the sets, I have only plus 15% on the agility weapons, only one buff. So if I use another buff, for example damage, that it gives a strength weapon plus 15%, if you go to the stats, you see only the strength damage. My agility buffs is gone. So they changed the buff system. You can only use one buff from now on. Now I'm gonna test my damage on my friend. You can see my friend have 820 health bar with 1100 armor, the same gear I have. I'm gonna use this Void Forge bow with the obsidian arrows, and I'm gonna do first the normal shot without the rolling, so I don't use my perk. So my friend got 548 damage, so it's almost half of his HP bar without rolling. But if I do the rolling, you can see the HP bar on top, that I break his shield and I deal almost 500 damage. So the shoot with rolling system gives you this perk with extra 25% increased damage. So the archer build gonna be pretty broken and insane in the new update. So now I'm gonna explain how to corrupt your stats and how the corruption work, and is it good to use and corrupt yourself or no? So all you need to do to go to the sacrifice stone and knock a troll and bring the troll to the sacrifice stone and drain his soul. Each troll will gives you 5 souls. I got a NPC on my rope. Now I'm coming to sacrifice table. The troll is on the table and you click on the draining his soul. You just need 1 glass flask and you're gonna drain this troll's soul. And as you can see, it gives you half corruption, so you're gonna have only 410 health and 82 stamina. It's gonna make you a little weak in the fight, so I don't recommend to use this corruption stats. It's gonna give you a lot of powerful perks, of course. So you get this soul's essence that you can go to the attributes. You can see you can only do these corruption points on strength, vitality and greed. So if you put this corruption points on the, for example, vitality, if you put 5, you can see another perk will appear up here. You gain passive health regeneration that is scale with your corruption vitality. So as much as you are corrupted, it's regenerate your health by that, like it's scaling up. So as much as more you put on these perks, it's gonna open a stronger perk that I'm gonna explain. That in the 3rd perk on vitality you're gonna get a massive perk. So the 2nd perk on vitality is you have a chance to deflect damage, the chance scale with your corruption. It's nothing special, but look at the 3rd perk. You are immune to bleed, poison, curse, anything, disease. So this 3rd perk on vitality from corrupting perks, it's insanely strong. Imagine you're not getting any poison, any bleed, anything in the fights. But I recommend to don't corrupt yourself because it's not worse. Like you're getting some perks, but imagine I'm running around trying to PvP with 410 HP, getting one shot by everything. So I recommend to don't make your corrupted. I just wanted to explain and show how this corrupting work. If you like it, you can use it for sure. And you need this corruption for casting some spells later that I'm gonna explain on other videos. I also need to explain that this corruption not going away by dancer. If you want to go make the corruption away, you need to restart your attributes. After restarting, then this dancer gonna remove your corruption.